Well, hey, you know what? It is the last round of the GRENKE Chess. I can't even speak. The last round of the GRENKE Chess Classic. And as you can see, my webcam is not working. But I want to get this. I want to get this video out, you know, at the day of the tournament finishing. That's what I promised, and that's a promise I'll keep. So I'm sorry I didn't have time to fix things. I have a 9 to 5. I had a meeting. I had a basketball game I had to attend. I just got home and I want to analyze this game before I go to sleep. So no video, but we'll analyze this game. So you just have to listen to my stupid voice with my Icelandic accent. And this is the game: Nikita Vitiugov with white against Fabiano Caruana with black. And wouldn't you know it, we have a little bit of history repeating. E4, E5, Knight F3 and Knight F6. Now Vitiugov played D4. Now is this familiar? Yes indeedio. This is exactly what happened to Fabiano in the last round of the candidates. Alexander Grischuk played this line for white, and he went down the exact same path with D takes E5, D5, Knight B2, D2. And here I believe, well, I don't believe, I know, that Fabiano took on D2. But here he played, in this game, the cryptic move, Queen D7. Now what on earth is the point of this move? It makes no sense. Okay, then I can go here, but now it can no longer go here. And the bishop is blocked. What on earth is going on? Well, again, it's a little bit cryptic, but it does. Hang on a minute. It does have a oh, the board theme. I think my computer is about to die, but it does have a meaning. If white takes on E4, pawn takes E4, the knight is attacked. We can't really allow queen takes here, so let's say we take. But now knight takes, knight D2 or G5, knight takes, and we have a completely symmetrical position. And with Fabiano, I mean, a draw would guarantee at least a joint tournament win. This was fine for him, so he puts the pressure on white, because Nikita Vitiugov with white, he kind of had to win to get the tournament win. Meanwhile, we had Carlsen with black against Anand. Not an easy proposition. So a good bet by Caruana to you know, just say, okay, I'm happy with a draw. What are you going to do? Knight C5. Okay, we can't allow this positional threat, so the bishop goes back to E2, G6, Knight B3, and Knight E6. So remarkably, black gets away with Knight F6, E4, C5 to E6, and the cryptic move, Queen to E7, and he's okay. Remarkable. After bishop E3, C5. And yeah, black gets a nice pawn duo here, close to the center. A nice blockading knight. And there's no real way to really take advantage of the queen. There's no bishop coming here. And even if it did, we have knight C6. So this sort of works out for black. B6. Okay, we can put the bishop on the long diagonal. We can also exchange it if we want. But I think bishop to B7 is the principal move. And now knight takes E6, and Carlsen and Anand kind of made fun of this. What does everybody take on E6 against Fabiano? I don't know, but they do. And to me, this just looks like a very nice French structure for black. A4. Okay, maybe some ideas of bishop to B5, but bishop B7. Now we simply play here if bishop B5. Castles. Knight to C6 by Fabiano. And this just looks very, very cozy for black. Bishop to H6. Okay, I guess this tactically prevents F5. because the e3 bishop will hang, so might as well put it on h6 as well as g7. Black also has this nice blockading maneuver available. Nikita went for a5, and now knight to e7. This gives square to the bishop in case of a6. Flexible move also, eyeing the f5 square. Nikita went with bishop to g4, and now d4. I think we can already say that Black's opening has been a huge success. He has a very nice bishop here. He can very safely castle on the king side, and his pawn structure is quite nice. No real pawn weaknesses to worry about. So Black castles, queen d3. Okay, this has the idea of queen h3 with a double attack on the bishop and the pawn. So bishop d5 protects the pawn. Now queen h3 and the bishop goes back to g7. Still, Black is really solid. He's more than solid actually, he's just better. Bishop f5. The point here is white can never really take because pawn takes, and we will have a monster bishop. And this diagonal will probably in the end be decisive. c4 was played. Now Black had a choice to take or retreat with the bishop. I think both are good. If he retreats, he has a good protected passed pawn, but he went for d takes e3, and this further increases the advantage of Black in the better pawn structure. We have some weak pawns for white now. This one, okay, this one you can easily get rid of, but the pawn structure is better for Black. Rook into d8, white took on b6, rook to e1, and now b5. And it seems like this bishop is ruling the board. This knight is also doing a good job. White can never take it. And I'm not sure what most of these pieces are doing actually. We have 94 by Vitiugov, queen to e7, protecting the pawn on c5, knight to g5, h6 kicking the knight. And this doesn't really improve white much. Knight to f3, bishop back to c6, and now white gives up the bishop here. Bishop takes f5, and Caruana takes with the g pawn. And as mentioned, this has become kind of the best piece on the board. And if you get something going on the d file, it's yeah, it's almost end of days for white. Bishop to e3, rook d3. Black also has the nice d file, attacking this pawn. White gets passive, protecting the pawn. Rook to a8. So both rooks are active. We know we have the a file. We have a rook actively posited here. So while on d3, queen h4, and yeah, Caruana doesn't mind the endgame. He has almost no chance to lose here. Equal pawns, bishop pair, and especially this guy, it's a monster. King f2, bishop to f8. Yeah, we need to increase the scope of this bishop, so this makes a lot of sense. We can go to e7 or e3 depending on circumstances. Knight to f3, bishop to d5. Yeah, this sort of anticipate knight here when we go b4, and we have protected the e6 pawn already. Yeah, which is what happened. And bishop c5. And here, yeah, the pressure just seems to be really difficult for white. What can he really do? Okay, knight c2 is an option when Black can play bishop a3. But here, in an already difficult position, Vitiugov went wrong with knight takes f5. And after bishop a3, he is simply lacking in good choices. He took an h6, king g7, and after f5, Black actually has a choice here. Might even be able to take on e3, but he went for the best move here. He simply took on c1, and yeah, there's nothing here. Black is already off the exchange, and after f6, king g6, Vitiugov actually resigned. As you can see, Black is going to give a big check on the second rank, either on c2 or a2, and yeah, this will rip the white pawn structure apart, and there's simply nothing you can do. So this will just end the game. And yeah, it's sort of a carbon copy of the candidates. Fabiano was leading with half a point. His nearest rival, in this case Magnus Carsen, drew his game, and Caruana only needed a draw, but he could play for a win without a risk, and he did so again here, as he did in the candidates against Grischuk, and with the same result he won the game. So a second straight tournament victory for Caruana, and he's now world number 2, and he's proven to be a worthy opponent for Magnus Carsen, and I'm looking forward to the US Chess Championship. I mean, okay, he has to battle some tough players, but I think Fabiano can come through there again for his 3rd straight tournament win, and boy will he be ready for the World Championship match. And I just can't wait, guys. I just can't wait. So yeah, this wraps up the GRENKE Chess Classic. Fabiano wins it. A great tournament for him. Kudos to him, like Magnus said. You know, he had a good tournament. He had some fortune. Magnus had a good position against him in the first round, but couldn't convert. And Fabiano took advantage. He had 5 whites versus Magnus's 4, and yeah, he just played solidly enough, and won the tournament convincingly, and yeah, justifiably. So well done, Fabiano. And I'm signing out, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.